Figure out why I can go live on my phone, but I can't go live on my laptop. I'm like really trying to figure that out because you're gonna find this and somebody's gonna pop on here and somebody's gonna subscribe, and I do not know why it don't work on my laptop. So come on in and let's talk this evening or this morning, wherever you may be in the world. My name is Shyla Massey. I am Glistening July. No, I'm not. That's a company that I own. It specializes in all things travel. Everything you see on the website, well, on YouTube, on Instagram. I've been to, I've been to 39 out of the 50 states. And when I say that, I mean like actually driven through the state. I've looked around. I always say that I would never go back to Wyoming again. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. There's nothing in Wyoming. Like, if you get lost in Wyoming, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to get you. Just to let you know that it's going to be a long time before they find you. That's why I will never go back to Wyoming again. I will never own land in Wyoming. And yes, I can say that. I will never own land in Wyoming. I would never own property in Wyoming. People who buy stuff in Wyoming, I'm like, what's wrong with you? What did you see that I didn't see? Because Jackson Hole, Wyoming is probably the only place you're going to ever go to in Wyoming. Hey, Gabriella, how are you? How are you doing this evening? How was your day or morning? I'm just assuming it's the evening. It's not. Gabriella Milano. Is that how you say that? Did I say it right? Gabriella? Gabby. Do people call you Gabby or did I cross the line? Yes, Gabby, I remember you from the other day. I remember you. Why wouldn't I remember you, Gabby? Have a good memory. I'm appreciative for you being here. Because I just tried to go live on the laptop and nobody came in. And now I'm on my phone and not everybody in here. So I think something is going on with my laptop that's not allowing me to go live on my laptop. Because I need to go live on on my other channel, I was really getting into what I was talking about. So let's talk about Honduras. So recently, no, it wasn't recently. Several years ago, I went to Honduras, and I'm about to tell a story. This is going to be a funny story, so you may want to stay around and listen to the story. So I went to San Pedro Sula. If I did not pronounce it right, please forgive me, but I was there. And everybody told me, oh, I wouldn't go to Honduras. Honduras is dangerous. I'm like, I'm going to Honduras because I want to enjoy myself. So I flew into San Pedro Sula. And make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. And thank you to everybody who's liked. I really appreciate you. And if you like travel, this is the channel for you. Because I'm not lying. I'm not a liar. Every place you see on these shorts, I've been there personally. With myself, with my family. So we fly into San Pedro Sula. Well, I fly into San Pedro Sula. I stay in Copan Ruinas. No, I don't. I stay in San Pedro Sula. And I stay at the Intercontinental Hotel because I hear it's dangerous. I'm like, I need to stay at a brand that is internationally known. So in case something happened, hello. I'm going to mess up your name. And I do apologize. Ajani. So hello, Ajani. So I'm going to stay at the Intercontinental, the real Intercontinental, right? So I stay at the real Intercontinental. I booked this tour. Chintu. That's how I say it? Okay. Sorry. My apologies, Chintu. So I stay at the real Intercontinental. I booked this tour. Now, I was kind of nervous because they told me to be careful in Honduras. And I was like, oh, man, I shouldn't do this. I don't know this man. I'm too old to be riding in car. Oh, thank you, Chintu. I'm too old to be riding in cars with strangers. So I kept going back and forth. But one thing about me when it comes to hello, Azana is that I don't play when it comes to travel. I have to make a decision and I have to make it abruptly. Whatever the thing is, no, I ain't wearing that. I don't get down like that. If you notice, my stuff be loose all the time. Okay? So this ain't the channel. This ain't the channel for that. So I went to, I said, I'm gonna get in the car with this man. I don't know this man. His his reviews were high. I will say that. And he picked me up because I was going to Copan Ruinas. So Copan Ruinas is like this UNESCO site, UNESCO, United Nations World Heritage Site, that they say if you go to Honduras, this is their contribution. You about to get, Chintu, you about to get removed from this conversation. That's what's about to happen real quick. Just to let you know. So you got one more thing to say that I don't like, and I'm gonna be like, bye bye, have a great evening. Hello, HLJ karaoke. So I get in the car with this man, right? Hi, Bree, girl. I hope I said it right. Did I say it right? Hey, girl. So I get in the car with this man, right? So hear me. This is my second time in my life I didn't get in the car with a man I didn't know. Hello, Senella. Nene crack. Okay, I don't know what that means. But so I get in the car with this man, right? And the man, he's like, he's telling me all about these drug lords. Dude, I don't sell drugs. I ain't looking for drugs. I ain't here for drugs. I want to go to see these ruins. Because I guess he's shocked, like, you a black woman coming to Honduras, you driving 3.5 hours to go see some ruins, and then you going to drive 3.5 hours, you going to ride 3.5 hours back to St. Pedro Sula? Like, you ain't here for drugs? No, homie, I'm not here from drugs. I'm not selling no drugs. I don't want to be a drug dealer. I'm like, I have no desire whatsoever in my life to do anything with drugs, right? Talk to me about your country. Talk to me about your culture. Like, cause he keep talking to me and right, Bree, no drugs. When I say no drugs, no drugs. I want to come back to America. I want to go back to my job. Cause at the time I was a teacher. So I want to go back and be a teacher. Like, I got a simple life. I just like doing crazy things. And because I like doing crazy things, such as getting in cars with strangers that I don't know, because this is the second time I didn't life that I didn't did that, I want to come back home safely. So every time he would bring up something about drugs, I'd be like, oh, okay. Well, tell me about this tree right here. And it would be so awkward like that. When I say awkward, I mean like awkward. Awkward. So I kept changing the conversation and he never got. He just kept talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. Hi, Axel. How are you? And so we get to the ruins, right? So no, we stop and we go to this place and I have a traditional breakfast. I do remember that because I saw the picture of it. But then we go to the ruins and the guy is impressed. He's like, you drove 3.5 hours to see these ruins? I said, yeah. This is really important for your culture. Like, what is this like? And I'm asking all these questions and he said, oh, that's in Harvard. I'm like, wait, Harvard came to this country and extracted out a piece of its culture? Y'all never asked for it back? He's like, no. I'm like, well, why not? So I thought that was weird. But he took me through the ruins. He spoke excellent English. When I say this tour guide, his English was excellent. It was excellent. And his daughter's birthday was the day before my birthday. And I thought that was so weird. I said, oh, so your daughter is the life of the party, isn't she? And he's like, yes, she's my sweetheart. I love her. I was like, oh, I could be your daughter too because you would love me too. So we go there, but I stopped in the downtown. I know, right, Bree? So I stopped in the downtown area and he took me to the #1 barista in Honduras and I had coffee at his coffee shop. Now, I don't drink coffee, but I did have some there. And he gave me, because he knew it was my birthday, he made sure that he gave me Cappy Barbara. Did I say that right? If I didn't, I apologize. He gave me a birthday cake and they sang happy birthday to me at the #1 barista in Honduras. And so I thought that was cool. And so I purchased his coffee. I took a picture with him and I took pictures throughout Copan Ruinas. And it was very beautiful. And when I think about it, I was like, I can't believe I got in a car with a stranger. I had forgotten all about that, Bree. I forgot that I had went into this. I was the koala kid. Oh, you changed your name, koala kid, girl? Why you changed your name? You know what? Let me stick to the story. So, why you on here changing your name? Why you gotta change your name? Somebody looking for you. Y'all, listen, you need to keep your name. This is my big, Glistening July is my business name. But you need to keep your name. Because I don't know. How often do you change your name? Koala kid girl. Okay, you know what? And say it hi. Say it hi. Hi, Bree. Okay, so let's get back to the story. So we get in the car, right? Oh no, I was in downtown. I got a whole bag. So I don't know where you from, but in the United States, we had these places in the inner city, which y'all call, some people call the hood, called corner stores, and they had these like little black bags, right? They don't sell them at Walmart. They don't sell them at Target. But they sell them in the hood. These little black bags, they call t-shirt bags professionally because they're white and you're supposed to put a t-shirt in the bag. They sell them at Sam's Club if you have a Sam's Club. But there's these little black corner store bags. I call them corner store bags. And the lady filled that up for $1 full of Rambutans, $1 US. Now, a Rambutan at Trader Joe's costs, I think, between $6.99 for a packet of 8 or $9.99 for a packet of 8. So to tell you that I only paid $1 for a whole corner store bag, black bag, of Rambutans, I was like, oh no, I'm definitely eating these things. And they were so sweet. So I remember that. Now here where the store get good. Now your girl don't eat at no gas stations. I don't eat at gas stations in America. So why would I go out the country and eat at a gas station? So I was like, I'm hungry. And so the driver, remember this is a 3.5 hour drive back. He said, I'm gonna tell you when you can stop and eat. I'm like, you gonna tell me when I can stop and eat? Like, is it that dangerous in this country that you can't just stop everywhere? So we stop at this gas station. It's very no, I do not like gas station food. But this was the only gas station I ate at in my whole life. And that food was good. I had baleadas. It's like a flour tortilla, because I do not like corn tortillas. It was a flour tortilla. Tortilla. And it was good. It was really good. And I told him, I said, this is the best corner store food not corner store, but gas station food I ever ate at. I do not eat at gas stations in America. I don't care what gas station it is. I'm not eating at it. It could be a truck stop, which is a gas station. I'm not eating at it. I'm not. I will go hungry. You think I'm playing? I know you may not believe me because of my size, but I do not eat nasty food. I ain't big because I eat nasty food. Now, to me, nasty food is Twinkies. They nasty. Ho-hos. They are Twinkies, ho-hos, all that garbage you get at the nasty food. No, your girl be in Whole Foods eating kettle chips and homemade ice cream. That's why I'm big. That's why I be on that treadmill and you see all the videos of me on the treadmill. But I do not like nasty food. I'm not getting big off of something that's going to kill me. No. I am this big because I have managed to eat healthy food. Now, I do like a salad. I can eat salad every day. And people, when I'm big and I eat salads, they be like, you like salad? Like, girl, yeah, I love salads. I just don't have the time to cut up all the vegetables because I like my food to look appealing when I eat it. So, like, when you cut up, I dice the onions. I slice the tomatoes in half. I shred the carrots. So I actually buy the baby carrots and shred them. I buy green peppers. I put avocados on there. And I know how to make my own salad dressing. If you put a little bit of garlic, olive oil, fresh squeezed lemon, sea salt, and fresh ground pepper, that is the best salad dressing. And I mean the best. It is the best. And then there's another salad dressing where you use Italian seasoning, lemon, and olive oil with salt and pepper and minced, not diced, minced garlic. It is absolutely delicious. And then that other salad dressing with the lemon, the olive oil, the sea salt, the fresh ground pepper, and the garlic, the minced garlic. So they are nasty. What's nasty? They must be good. Oh no, it is good. It is good. And you season it just the right. You don't have to. I've gotten so good at it. You can see, you can squeeze like a whole lemon and make sure your lemons got seeds in them. I don't like the ones at Costco. I think Costco had the ones without the seeds. But I'm off the story because the story is gonna get better. So, that's a fresh. That's for free. So everybody got that recipe for free, and it's considered raw, because the olives are fresh pressed. You know, olives. Oh, and you can put olives in there. So I do like salads. I really do like salads. I used to, when I lived in DC, I used to eat at Sweet Green every day. Sweet Green and South Block. So that's why you see that video on my shorts of South Block, because I was in DC and South Block was at the airport. And yes, I did wait until they opened. So I do like eating healthy though. It's just time management. Like, I want my food to look appealing. I like, I'm gonna mispronounce this, Kalamata olives. That's organic from Trader Joe's. They the cheaper. And people think Trader Joe's is expensive. Trader Joe's is actually cheaper than your traditional grocery store, and it's cheaper than Whole Foods. And it's cheaper than Aldi sometimes. And Aldi sell organic stuff in there, and people don't know that. They be sleeping on Aldi's. Aldi sell organic whole wheat spaghetti. They sell organic ketchup. They sell organic eggs. They sell organic milk. But I have not seen the organic Kamala olives. They sell the organic Kamala olives at Trader Joe's. And I do have a jar in my refrigerator, and I will show them to you. But we're not going to do that because I got to get back to the story. So I had Zambos. It's these chili lime chips they have. They're Honduran chips. They are so good. And it's like this mango juice with my baleadas. Oh, it was so good at that gas station. And I ate in the car because, again, this was a 3.5-hour drive. So to make a long story short, I did pay this man like $250 to drive me for 7 hours it took to get from San Pedro Sula all the way down to Copan Ruinas, and then come all the way back up, because I looked it up on the map. You can look it up yourself, San Pedro Sula. But that was a really great trip, and I'm glad I took that experience. I really got to see Honduras, because that's why I've been to 39 states out of the 50, because I enjoy seeing what a country looks like. I enjoy seeing the people, seeing the way they live. It just gives you a whole new perspective on life and how to respect people, how to respect who they are and what they represent. It's just that I'm really glad. Yeah, I'm really glad that I took that trip. That's the one thing. And then it was so funny. And what made me tell this story today is that I was in Spectrum paying a bill, which I never go in person to pay the bill, but something told me to go in. And this guy had on this older gentleman had on his hat that said Honduras. I said, "Are you Honduran?" And he said, "Yes, are you?" I said, "No, I am not from Roatan," because the dark-skinned Honduran people is on Roatan. I mean, they dark too. When I say dark, they dark. Like, they my color and everybody else color, like they look like me. And some of them are Jamaican. Believe it or not, it was a huge population of like Jamaicans there. What is it? Not Nicole Day? Is that? Thank you, Nicole. But I don't believe in energy. You just like my personality. But yeah, it's a lot of dark skin, and they respect them too. I guess they're called Afro Hondurans. I don't really know because I don't really get into that. But I know that they are Hondurans. And so on the Isle of Roatan, this is where the story gets funny. So the next day I get up because now I'm going to Roatan. And I have a friend who is flying into Roatan from DC. So we're going to meet up together and we're going to stay at La Placita Inn because I found this on Airbnb. Now, it's really an inn, even though they have their rooms listed on Airbnb, and it comes with free breakfast. Okay, all right. So you know about baleadas and Zambos and the mango juice. And I'm waiting because it's a delayed response and you got to type. Man, so I got another story about them. I ate this. I'm doing well. I'm sorry I didn't say hi because I was telling this story, but hi. And thank you for asking. I hope you're having a great day. Oh, you Mexican? Oh, girl, I love Mexican food too. Can't you tell I eat? My daughter was just talking about, is it barrio tacos? The ones that's fried and you dip them in the sauce. I don't know, but I like those too. And then I had, when we went to Tulum, now you get me off topic because now I'm about to start talking about Mexican food. When we went to Tulum, we had the cheese instead of the shell being hello Swifty Kitty. That's a weird. You know what? Let me not talk about nobody name because I don't want nobody talking about mine. We had the cheese. It's like the shell is the cheese, and instead of a flour or corn tortilla, and you put all the ingredients inside. We had those. My daughters didn't like those. That was one of the best in Tulum, but it was this little restaurant. The tacos was $1.30 for the tacos in Tulum, in downtown Tulum. And this lady had talked about how she had gotten all her clothes clean for like $5. And I'm talking about these people washed their clothes and they folded them and they air packed them. So I got all my clothes, all my kids' clothes, everybody's clothes washed for like $5 in Tulum, in downtown Tulum. Do not go to the hotel district because they're going to overcharge you. And we ate every day at that little taco place. That's $1. The tacos without cheese was $1. The tacos with cheese was $1.30. Every day we ate there. Yes, Bree. I would highly recommend it. Now is that on my Instagram page? If it's not on my Instagram page, it's on my personal page. I think I just posted some pictures. Yeah, I did. No, I do not like tamales. I ain't never liked them. I do not like corn. I don't like cornmeal. I'm not a big fan of cornbread, which is an African American dish. So he brings me back safely. I was so happy. I left a raving review. I don't know what happened to that man. I was just thinking about him. Like, I left the review. I don't know what happened to him. I hope he's safe. Because all he did wanted to talk about with me was drugs. And I ain't into that. So it's just like, let me talk about something else. Talking about, he told me everything. I'm like, dude, I don't want to know nothing about no drugs. I'm not into that. I don't want to be into that. I'm not packing nothing. I'm not looking for nothing. So when I went to back to the hotel. So now I gotta fly from San Pedro Sula to Roatan, right? This is where the story about to get funny. So first, they call our flight. So I'm thinking I'm about to get on a regular plane like we normally get on in America. You know, even if you fly Frontier or Spirit, which I fly Frontier and Spirit, I fly everybody. I fly Southwest, Delta, United, Frontier, Spirit, you name it. Whoever got the cheapest price, that's the plane I'm getting on. I'm not like, oh, I only fly Delta. No, I don't, because Delta is high and they planes look raggedy. So I'm flying everybody. Are you going to my number one question is, are you going to get me to my destination? Oh, you are? Okay, thank you. How much is that ticket? $50 round trip? Oh, cha-ching, I just hit the jackpot. Like, okay, this is good, right? So we get to the airport, and remember, I'm going from San Pedro Sula. Why are you talking about drugs? You know there is kids. Kids, I'm not on drugs, and I don't recommend kids do drugs, no way. So I'm talking about it because this is what the man was talking about with me. So we get to the airport. I have to walk out on the tarmac with my luggage. I said, oh, okay. So I'm on the tarmac with my luggage. Nothing clicks, right? I think I'm getting into this big plane. Man, this plane, they let down the stairs to get on the plane as if we on a private jet. Right? I said, well, who gonna get my luggage? They like, you gotta get your own luggage. I gotta pull my own luggage. Ain't you gonna put it underneath the plane? They like, no. What? Happy birthday. How you say that, Hawa? Did I say it right? Abbas. Hawa Abbas, right? Happy birthday. Did I say it right? Okay, but listen. Oh, okay, Hawa. Okay, happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, so I'm getting on the plane. Bree, you still here? So I'm getting on the plane and I'm like, what the heck? And it's hot. I mean, it is so hot. And then I sit in my seat, right? Guess what? The seatbelt don't work. Now, at this stage, I am sweating like a pig on a roast. I have a picture of it. Its sweat is profusely dripping. This is July and August. I mean, the sweat is coming profusely down on me, and I got this luggage, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like, how we all gonna fit on here? This is where the story is about to again. So the man next to me takes my seatbelt and gives me his seatbelt to put on. Because I couldn't get the seatbelt to go into the thing. Then, on top of that, the pilot, walks past me, Bree, to get to the top cockpit. I have never seen a pilot walk past me on no plane. I've been flying since I was 10. I am well beyond 10 years of age. I've been flying as an unaccompanied minor. Never in my life have I, one, sweated profusely on a plane as if I was a pig on a roast, and two, seen a pilot walk past me, and I'm literally like this. Like, what did I get myself into? So I can see everything going on, and then the air slowly but surely comes on. But I'm like, oh my goodness, God, what did I do? Like, I just never had that experience before where the pilot walked past me. Nobody has ever talked about this on a plane. So what would you, I just was like, oh my goodness. Okay, sorry about that. Whoever's on here. I hope you're still on here. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so my phone went dead, and I guess it didn't end it. So so yeah, the pilot walked past me. We could see the whole thing. I was like, we were just all laughing. And the guy who was on the plane, I'd never forget his name. His name was Donald Duck, Ronald Duck, or Donald Duck. It was something crazy. Ronald, and he introduced himself like the Donald Duck. It was something crazy. Donald Duck, or whatever. But he was from Honduras. He was in Roatan. He stayed in Roatan. He was like a tour guide. So if you find somebody there, he's cool peeps. He really is, because he helped me out. The guy who was my driver, he connected me with the driver on the island. So when I needed to go somewhere, he actually took me. The thing about Roatan, and people don't know about, they make a lot of money off of transportation because there are basically like no rental cars. So most people who go to Roatan, they stay on their resort. Actually, most Americans who travel anywhere, they don't go anywhere off their resort. They stay exactly on their resort. They eat at their resort. They interact with the people at the resort. They drink on their resort. They go to the pool. They go back to their room and go to bed. They don't do nothing else on that island, on any island. So like when me and my family go to Mexico, we be in Mexico for real. So I know Bree was on here. She said she Mexican. Girl, we be in a dollar taxi. And my kids be looking mad because I need you to know that the life you live in America, you should be extremely grateful for, because there are people who are less fortunate than you who are trying to figure out how they're going to manage life with what they have. Now, are there people in other countries that live just like us in America? Of course there are. There are people like that all over the world. But for my children, I need them to know that they should be blessed. The fact that you got running water that you can brush your teeth with, you got running water to take a hot bath, you ain't worried about nothing eating you. You know, you need to be appreciative of what you have. It's a blessing to be in America. It is a blessing to be a citizen of America. It's a blessing to brush your teeth with running water out the faucet and you not worried about catching no parasite in the water. I think we miss a lot of those things a lot of time. So when my family and I travel, I make them go to where the real people are, because you need to know, no matter who you are, your life is blessed. Like, your life is truly blessed. So yeah, so that story, I have forgotten all about me sweating on that plane and that pilot walking past me until I seen a picture that it was either today or yesterday. I saw the picture and I was like, I forgot about that. You know how you just, sometimes you travel and so many different things happen, you forget about the little nuances of life. You know, like today, now this is not about travel. Somebody rang my doorbell at my house and they said, can we talk to you for a minute? We're here to talk about Jesus Christ. And I said, I'm a believer. There's nothing for us to talk about. And they said, okay, well, you have a great day. I said, well, do you want to pray together? And he's like, nah, never mind. And I was like, why not? He was like, we don't like to get mixed up in interfaith. What interfaith is there? If you told me you here to talk to me about Jesus Christ, and I tell you I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, what interfaith is there that you confused about? And then I'm like, well, are you really a believer? Because if you don't want to pray with me and I just told you I was a believer in Jesus Christ, then that made me think that maybe you're really not a believer. Like, well, there's no interfaith in that. So that happened today. What else happened today? I had a lot of stuff that was just funny after funny after funny, and I really can't remember what it all was. That was the one thing, he didn't want to pray with me. And what was number 2? I can't remember what the first one was, because it had me tripping out. I don't know, but I did like Honduras. The West Bay is very beautiful. I mean, very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful is West Bay. What part of Mexico? Your dad, your real dad lives in Tulum? Bree? Or they live somewhere else? Maybe she's not on here. I don't know. But what else? I know I'm getting sleepy and it's 8:52 and I'm ready to go to bed. That's what I do now. I do have 2 more trips planned for the rest of this year, so I'm kind of excited about that. Hopefully we'll be going to the new Gaylord outside of San Diego, which we should have went in May, but he lives in the dangerous part. Ooh, what's the dangerous part? I ain't trying to be funny. Here, it's 7:52. Oh, okay. You must be in Central Time. Yeah, because it's... what else? You know, anything can be dangerous real quick, to be quite honest with you. Shoot, being in America can get dangerous real quick. You gotta use some common sense sometime. Like, don't be talking about nothing that don't nobody want to talk about. And don't be extra funny. Oh, okay, that's okay. You know, that's something people need to learn. Close your mouth when you travel. You American, you have no authority, you have no rights in no other country. Shut your mouth and keep it closed. Be nice to people. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like when you traveling in general. Because people, you know, they want to go to other countries and they want to be rude to people, right? They want to be mean. They want to be nasty. You can't, don't nobody care that you American. If anything, they're going to look at you as a meal ticket. And they can spot us, right? They can spot us a mile away. You coming in there, you got a designer bag, you got a designer watch on, you got your iPhone out, you got your Michael Kors. And look, don't have a Michael Kors bag, because everywhere in the world, Michael Kors is like popular. You better go get you some clothes from Target and wear on vacation. If you want to walk around another country, you better go to Old Navy if you're in the United States and get you some shorts and some pants and some skirts and whatever else. And don't wear no tennis shoes and don't wear Birkenstocks either. That's how you can tell if you're an American tourist. You got on, and you got a book bag on your back. Book bags and tennis shoes, they're American. Not to mention the fanny packs, especially when you old. They're American too. So you need to go out of the country. You need to look like you. I mean, if you want to wear designer, that's on you. But make sure you stay your behind at the resort. Every move you make, all the pictures you want to take, not knowing how to swim, you need to stay at the resort. You do not need to go out in public with all that designer stuff on, because you look like public enemy number one walking through these countries. Now, if you are in a country known for luxury, such as Dubai, then you wear all of your designer stuff out in public. But there's some parts of Dubai that they don't even talk about that you shouldn't wear all that stuff in. So I don't recommend that. I don't. But when you wear that backpack on your back and them Birkenstocks and them tennis shoes, you are a tourist in any country. You're an American tourist does that. Now, if you my color and you go to another country and you got braids in your hair and you keep your mouth closed, hello, Swift Kitty official, you could pass for African, but you got to keep your mouth closed. If you open your mouth, they gonna know you American. I promise you. But if you keep your mouth closed, you may pass for African. Hey, Amelia. See, that was easy. But when you go to other countries, be mindful of what you pack. If you want to take designer, you want to have a nice evening, you have to make sure you pack that stuff with you, right? You're not going to no other country, a developing nation, which some people used to call third world. You're not going there with all of that stuff in your luggage. You just not. And in some countries, I don't even, and I said this before, Dominican Republic, I'm not ever going there. Ever, ever, ever again. Every time I go to that country, I get the 4 S's. If you don't know what the 4 S's is, you need to look it up. I never get it going, but when I come back, I get the 4 S's. I've been 3 times. The 2 times I was there. The first time I went, came back, they gave me the 4 S's. And when I saw this on Instagram, I was like, oh, she don't know what she's talking about. She's not a well-traveled person. Why would they give her the 4 S's and she has a background check? She has global entry. Man, that country, Dominican Republic, they gave it to me the first time. Okay. The second time, I went to Dominican Republic, and I was on a cruise. I was on Virgin Voyages, and I looked at the country, and I was like, I'm not getting off the plane. And I didn't not the plane, but off the boat. I didn't get off the boat. It didn't look appealing. The third time, I went with my children. We went to Nickelodeon Resorts. And guess who was flying with minors? I was. But guess who got the 4 S's? I did. Guess who didn't get it? My minors. And so I don't know what that means, but I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Chicken my foot. And another reason why I'm not going to the DR is because when you go to the DR, they say one thing and they do another thing. I don't like that. I don't like doing business with people like that. And I don't have time for that. I need your word to mean what your word is going to mean. I don't need you to say one thing to me and then you be like, oh, never mind. That's not the case. Oh, never mind. I'm gone. Peace. And give me my money. Or you can't give me my money back. Guess what? I'll never come again. And I want to tell everybody else not to come. So you can go to DR at your own risk. And I don't like the Atlantic Ocean. I've never liked the Atlantic Ocean. Why I don't like the Atlantic Ocean in America. I don't like the Atlantic Ocean in the Caribbean. Because why? It feel like it's sucking you in. Like somebody is saying, I'm coming to get you and you ain't coming out of this water. I'm coming to get you and you ain't coming out of this water. Okay, bye-bye, Bree. See you later. Have a great evening. So enjoy your evening. Hope you have fun. And so I don't like the Atlantic Ocean. I don't like it anywhere. It's too rough. I like the Pacific Ocean, yes, but I do not like, and I did not say specific, I said Pacific. I like the Pacific Ocean. I do not like the Atlantic Ocean. I don't like South Beach. It's just rough. It's very, very rough. And it does not look beautiful to me. I just don't. I like the Gulf of Mexico. I do. I really like the Gulf of Mexico. Very, very beautiful. Or if you want to call it the Gulf of America, I don't care what you call it. But guess what? It's beautiful. And I always say that, so you can't say I don't say that. But I do not like the Gulf Atlantic Ocean. West Bay Beach in Roatan is absolutely beautiful. The water is crystal clear. Absolutely beautiful in Roatan. If you ever want to go to a country and see beautiful water and just, sit there, that's one of the top destinations I would recommend is West Bay Beach. Absolutely beautiful water. Absolutely. I've never seen someone go to West Bay and Roatan and be like, oh, it's subpar. This is not, and they lying. If they get on there and they say that, talking about this subpar, they ain't been nowhere. And they trying to convince you otherwise. They ain't been nowhere, ain't never had no experiences. So let me give you my resume in travel. I've been traveling as an unaccompanied minor since I was 10. My aunt lived in California, which made me to travel from the East Coast to California. I was on the original red-eye flights. I know what it's like to sleep on a plane in the middle seats because it's 2 on one side, 5 in the middle, and 2 on the other side. I've been able to sleep in the whole middle row. That's when I was a little kid. I know what it's like to be a ward of the airline company until a guardian comes and pick you up. I know what it's like to get left at the airport because that same aunt that lived in California always left me at the airport, and she left my son at the airport too. I know what it's like to miss your flight as a minor that is not unaccompanied because you're too old to officially go as an accompanied minor now. So now you got to travel by yourself. I've never lost a passport. I've been to all 39. I've been to 39 out of 50 states. The only states I have not been to is North Dakota, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Idaho, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Washington, Oregon, and Hawaii. Those are my last 11 states. I have, what else? I've been to 21 countries. I've been to 5 out of the 7 continents. So I've been to North America, South America, Asia, Africa, and what else am I? In Europe. Have not been to Antarctica or Australia. So I have somebody on here that lives in Australia. And I don't know who she is, but if she's on here, because it would be 9:02 in the morning right now in Australia. But yeah, she comes on here and she's from Australia. I've never seen her in the morning though. She's typically at night for her. So my daughter though has been to Perth in Australia. That's the longest flight in the world from Dallas to Perth. And that's on American Airlines. So I've been to 10 territories. This summer, I had the privilege of going to China, which I have not posted any of that content yet. So we went to Hong Kong, we went to Taiwan, and we went to China, my family and I. So that was a great experience. It was, when I say it was great, it was like, oh, wow. Like, wow. Wow. China is way more advanced than we are as a nation in the United States. I can honestly say that. I was shocked. Very, very shocked. So, what else? I actually like travel. Out of everything that I do in life, travel is the most rewarding thing that I do. It makes me happy. Like, I can sit here and talk to you for hours about travel. And I plan on like finishing all of my trips Like my goal is to really knock out these 11 states next year. That's my goal. Am I good in accomplishing goals? Yes, I am very good at accomplishing goals. Very, very good at accomplishing goals. I tried to go live on my laptop and nobody came in. I think something's wrong or I'm not doing something right on my laptop. But this summer I went to Antigua, whichever the way you say it. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. I apologize if you're from that country and I did not say your country name right. But Antigua is so beautiful. When I say it's beautiful, it's absolutely beautiful. There was a wind. He said it's called a trade wind that comes in, and the breeze is one of the best breezes I've ever felt in my life. I've never felt a breeze like that. I've been on a lot of different islands in the Caribbean. I've been to a lot of different territories down there. But dear, that is the first time I've ever been on this island. And I was just like, wow. Every video I looked at me talking in this country, I was like, wow, that breeze feels so good. Oh, wow, this is so relaxing. I just kept saying it over and over again. And so they finally told me when I saw them, they're like, no, it's a trade wind. I'm like, man, y'all need to sell this breeze. This is what y'all need to sell to people. If they told more people about the breeze you experience in Antigua, I don't think that they would have a problem with tourism. I don't think they would have to spend any money. There is no Jamaican breeze that feels like that. There's no Bohemian breeze that feels like that. There's no Cuban breeze that feels like that. I mean, I know I got other countries to go to. There's no Honduran breeze. Like, I'm just saying, Turks and Caicos. These are countries I've been to, islands, territories, and none of the breezes on these countries feel like that breeze that I experienced when I was in Antigua. None of them, or Antigua, however you say it. It was just beautiful. It was relaxing. Like, I went to sleep on the beach. That's how much of that breeze I would recommend to anybody. Like, the flight, the hotel is 100% worth it. So if you've never been to Antigua or Antigua, I highly recommend that you go. You have to experience. There is something for every budget. They have luxury hotels, they have budget hotels. You have to figure out what you're going to the country for and make a decision based off of that. You need a passport to go to Antigua or Antigua, however you say it. You cannot just get on a plane. It's very easy to get a passport. If you don't have one and you can't get one, I don't know what to tell you. But what I do know is whatever you need to do to get your passport, you need to do it. Because part of the problem, like, I walk around with my passport. And people are like, well, you shouldn't have to do that. Well, guess what? If I want to keep my behind out of ACE's hands, ISIS or whatever their name is, I'm going to have my passport. Nope, I'm a U.S. citizen. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. You ain't about to pull me over and stop me for nothing. I am a U.S. citizen. I am not showing my driver's license. Can we see your identification? This is a routine ICE stop. Oh, wait, hold on, no problem. Let me get my passport out for you. Like, let me keep this moving. I'm going. And I've had a passport since 1999. So I am beyond a citizen. I'm one of them people who be like, no, you need to call the Secretary of State and you need to track my passport, my passport number down. I've had this for quite some time now. Like, they should have me in their system from all the way from 1999. This isn't a new little thing we have going on here. So yeah, I do like getting on live talking about travel though. I really do. But we went to Nickelodeon Resorts in Punta Cana, and we've been in Nickelodeon Resorts in the Riviera Maya. We've been to both of them. I didn't like the food at the one in Punta Cana. And the one in the Riviera has swimming pools. Every room has a swimming pool. But we had a better experience at the one in Riviera Maya than we did at the one in Punta Cana. It's probably because we ended up staying longer at the one in Punta Cana. My family and I would only recommend a weekend Like if you going to DR for the weekend with your family and you staying at Nickelodeon, yeah, this is cool. You do not need to be there for a whole week. It just gets boring. And I know my children were born. I don't like the Atlantic Ocean. That's what the property is on. They have pools, all foods, and it's all inclusive. But I, I don't know. I do want to try the American Dream. That's in New Jersey. I do want to go there with my kids and try to have that experience. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm getting sleepy. It's 9:09. I'm getting real sleepy, y'all. And I don't know what else to talk about. You might give me something to talk about. You want to ask me some questions or something. I don't know what else to talk about because I'm getting sleepy and I'm ready to go to bed. Like, seriously, ready to go to bed. But I am in my... I'm about to drink some water. Hello, whoever that is, come on in. I'm getting sleepy and tired. I'm trying to stay awoke. As long as I stay awoke, that means that I will talk. I did a video because I told myself I was going live every day, which I have not done. And I went live and I was about to go to sleep. And I was telling this story about when I missed my flight in Charlotte and how you should never, ever, 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 ever catch a connecting flight through Charlotte in the wintertime. Because if the customer service was horrible during Labor Day, just imagine if it's snow on the ground in northern part of America. It's going to really be bad. And so I don't recommend you travel through Charlotte Airport. The customer service is horrible. And they act as if like they don't offer a service. And the service they offer is airline. Like for me to get from one destination to the other quicker than me driving myself in a car. That is their service. That's their product. And for you to treat me because you said the gate was closed but the door was open, as if I just walked in here with no ticket, it behooves me. That had never happened before. But because it happened, guess what? I'm gonna tell everybody who will listen to me, do not go through Charlotte, North Carolina. The airport code is CLT. If you see that airport code on your ticket, you better go through Miami. You better tell them, no, this is a mistake. I need you to change you better go through Chicago. I would go through Chicago through the snow before I go through Charlotte. Every time. There is not one time I would not. I would pick JFK, LaGuardia, Miami, Atlanta, all of these other airports before I ever go through Charlotte. And for somebody to say, oh, you're an inexperienced flyer, for you to say that Charlotte is the worst, it is the absolute worst on the face of the earth. Yes. And if you don't believe me, I don't know what you ain't never experienced American. You have never experienced American Airlines in Charlotte. Never, ever, ever. I would never go through Charlotte for anything, especially American Airlines. Never would I ever go through them. I'm warning you now, like, don't do it. I would go through Miami and all of the confusion. Hello, Cookies Express 1280. Did I say it right? I guess it's Soraya. So I wouldn't go through them. I didn't have an issue at JFK because JFK is pretty much, they've been around for so long and they're known as an international airport. To me, it's like they know what they're doing. Soraya. Did I say it right? Soraya? So yeah, I would go through JFK. I've been through LaGuardia. The thing I like about LaGuardia is that they've upgraded it through the years, and they tell you how long it's going to take you to get through TSA. And if I'm not mistaken, it's like 2 different lines, one for pre-check, global people who have global entry, TSA pre-check, and then one for the regular people. Because it went by so fast for me, in LaGuardia. I don't really kind of remember it. So yeah, hello, yo. So yeah, I don't really remember it because it went by so fast. I do know you go through TSA and then you go up some escalators, and then it's like a water show or whatever, and you keep you go to your gate. I think I did United in LaGuardia or Delta. Is Delta or United? I know all of them. You know, I like to call airports a stick up because that's the last chance to get all your money out of your pocket in that state before you leave to go on to your next destination. And I did do a reel that says that. Some people like to call these a duty free shop. Hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Why would I not be okay? I'm just tired right now. So that's why my energy has gone. But I promised myself 1 hour and I'm at 55 minutes and 39 seconds. So I gotta keep going. But yeah, and then Miami. I don't like Miami, and I think that's because I grew up seeing people get killed on TV or they was dead on TV. So I'm not a big Miami person. Be like, oh, I'm going to Miami. Oh, okay, well you have fun. You tell me about it when you come back. I don't even fly into Miami a lot now. I go to Fort Lauderdale and then I'll take a lift down to Miami, but I'm not really big on Miami. What else? No, I'm just tired right now. I'm really, really tired right now, and I'm ready to go to bed. That's why I said I'm at 56 minutes and 30 seconds right now, and I'm tired. What else? I'm trying to think. If you're just tuning in, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Every video you see is a video that I've personally taken. I've personally been there. This is not like photo op stuff. Every hotel you see, I've been in that hotel, either by myself or with my family. We've stayed there. I don't steal people's content and post it. This is stuff out of my phone that I have posted to share with the world. I do like to travel. I've been to 39 out of 50 states. I've been to 21 countries. I've been to 10 territories. I do know the difference between a country and a territory. There are 195 countries in our world. I've only been to 21. Some people add territories as countries, and they're actually not. So I've been to, if you want to count the countries and the territories together, I've been to 31 unique places on the world. The states that I have and the states that I have not been to in the United States include Hawaii, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, New Mexico, North Dakota, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Connecticut, and Hawaii. That makes the 11 states that I haven't visited. I do like to travel. I've been traveling since I was 10 as an unaccompanied minor. I didn't just start doing this to try to, make a name for myself or whatever. I've been doing this since I was little. My aunt she decided to move from the East Coast and move to the West Coast. So she lives out in California, which made me fly as an unaccompanied minor, or I flew with my dad out there to visit his sister. And so I've been going to California when California was unpopular to go to. Like, you didn't hear people saying like, oh, I'm flying out to California. Or if you did, they had a different circumstance. So it's not like it was today. What else? I told the story earlier about my experience in Honduras with baleadas and eating at a gas station, which I don't even do in America. I like Zambos and mango juice. I don't know what the real name of it, but it's in this yellow and black can, and it's Honduran, and it's delicious. And what else? My time is almost up, y'all, because I didn't did an hour. I am from the States. Where are you from, Hers? Hershita? Hershita, where are you from? Pakat? Are you from India? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've been to 5 out of the 7 continents. I have not been to Antarctica or Australia. I was right. Hey, see, I'm culturally competent. I'm culturally competent. You should. I just guessed that off the top based off you, and I'm like, oh, maybe she's from India. Well, so welcome. Are you currently in India? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. W, what does that mean? Ooh. So, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Oop. Sorry. Oh, okay. Why you up this late as you a kid? You 6. You need to be in a bed. It is 9:20 p.m. Is it 9:20 a.m. in India? So I'm gonna say something, and so I watched Slumdog Millionaire, and I always wondered why kids in India were always blind. Like, why they always showed that. It's 7:50. Oh, it's 7:50 a.m. Okay. Oh wow. Well, you should thank your parents for being super nice. Cause if you was my kid, you ain't gonna be up at no 9:21 on no YouTube. So I don't know why they got you listening, got you up, let you up this like you got some nice parents. Um. So yeah. And I was just like always wondering like why are these kids always blind in India? But then when I saw the movie, I was like, oh, they're making these kids blind on purpose. Like that's messed up. And I know it's just a movie and I know it's fictional and people add things in, but I just thought that was really weird. Um, what else? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And it's okay if you don't. I'm just looking for the people who are like-minded and they're interested in travel. They want to go somewhere and they want an honest experience and an honest review on what it's like to be in a country. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 1,000 of those people. They're somewhere in the world and they're just like me. They're nice, but then they don't play with people. Whatever their view is on life, that's their view. They ain't backing down from it. And I'm okay with that. You know? Even in your country. Yeah. I'm sleepy. And I'm sleepy. So yeah. What countries have you what countries have you been to besides India? Pat. Have you been to Dubai? And have you been to where did I see it? It was a lot of people, Indian people in the United Arab Emirates, especially in Dubai. It was a lot. Oh, you've been to Japan and Korea? I was supposed to go to Japan, but American canceled my flight. And because I couldn't get in to the country because they were only allowing diplomats. So you had to have diplomatic entry into the country. Well, you could have to be a diplomat in order to enter. So they canceled my flight. My daughter went to South Korea this summer. I didn't go. My flight was through. Who did I go through this summer? Oh, it was a nonstop flight from San Francisco. So I flew from San Francisco straight to Taiwan. So I didn't go to any other countries. Where my daughter, she went through two. She went through Atlanta and she went through South Korea, going and coming. And that was on Delta. So yeah. Did you like Japan? Oh, okay. How was Turkey? Did you go to Istanbul? okay. Did you do a hot air balloon ride? Your daughter is killed. You mean somebody killed your daughter? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I'm so I'm sorry to hear that. I wish may the blessings of the Lord be upon you and keep you. May his angels turn your tears into laughter. And when I say that, I mean that sincerely. Hopefully you will remember the good times that your daughter had here on earth and the times that you were able to laugh together. You know, everything happens for a reason. You may not agree with it, but it happens for a reason. And I believe in I believe in Jesus Christ. Now I know this channel is nothing about Jesus, but his word says what the devil meant for my bad, God meant for my good. And his word goes before him. You have to trust in the Lord, even when you're crying, even when the devil is talking to you and telling you something that doesn't align with God's word. You have to trust in the Lord. And that's the hardest thing to do when you're sad. And I can tell you, as I've never had my kids die, but I can tell you that's the hardest thing you can do is trust in the Lord when you're sad and you're questioning why, you know? And you can't go back and be like, well, if I could have, if you give me one more chance. No, you cannot do that. You have to read his word. You have to trust in his word. You have to keep getting up, even when you're crying, and keep moving forward. I don't know what that is, but God loves you. He loves you. And his word says nothing can separate us from the love of Christ. And I think I posted that today on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. Romans 8:35 through 39. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus our Lord. So you be encouraged. And I mean that sincerely. You be encouraged. And God is with you and God is for you. You read his word will sustain you. He said his word is above his name. You have to trust in the Lord. You have to trust in him. I'm sorry, I'm texting my cousin. She DM'd me. Yeah, this is what happens when you looking at my God, sissy. When you start looking at Instagram, I was looking for the scripture, but then I started looking at Instagram and looking at people's replies. Do you go to Japan? No, I haven't been to Japan. That's my ticket got canceled by American Airlines. So that's why I haven't been to Japan. I was supposed to go, but I didn't go. And so I am gonna go. I just don't know when. I actually want to go back to um oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is why I cannot. Mm. Okay. Have a son. So, oh my goodness. I hope Bankroll Nelly. I hope she's doing fine. I do hope that I really hope that when if you keep your faith. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. For by it the elders obtain a good report. But without faith it's impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So I hope that you spend this time with God and cry and laugh and cry and laugh. But you keep getting up and you make the best of it. God is faithful. He is. On whom you were called into the fellowship of his Son, Jesus Christ, our Savior. But it does, if it don't say the end part, it do say the first part. God is faithful. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna go because I am tired and I have been on here too long. And I have no more jokes. I have absolutely no more jokes. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Don't be fickle. If you fickle and you think you want to subscribe and you don't want to subscribe and you decide you don't want to subscribe, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. So if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, this is not the channel for you. So don't even subscribe. Seriously. And I like to travel. I like traveling. Out of all the things I do in life, I like traveling more than all of those. I could be on vacation every day of the year. 365 days and never lose its like, oh, look at this, feel the wind, look at the trees, feel the breeze. Can never lose. It's like, oh, if I could just figure out how I could be on vacation every day, that would be so comforting. So comforting, so comforting, so comforting. Oh my God, and it was to be so happy. I'm on vacation every day of the year. All right. Who else is in here? Say your name. Where are you from? This channel is about travel. Where have you been? What's your favorite destination? Let's talk about that. What is your favorite destination? What is your favorite destination? Mine, in America, I like DC. It's always something to do in DC. Always something to do in DC. My favorite city in America for weather is San Diego. Even temperature, mild. Does it look like it's gonna be raining and cloudy, and then the sun just magically appeared in San Diego. Absolutely two favorite cities in America. And I don't care what nobody else say. You cannot top them two cities. And Chicago is beautiful in the summertime. Absolutely beautiful in the summertime. All right, I've been on here for 1 hour and almost 15 minutes. This time I'm for real. I am about to go. I am not about to stay on here no more. If you have anything, make sure you follow me. Make sure you follow me and you subscribe to the, not, well, you follow me on Instagram, but you can subscribe to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and you have a fabulous day. All right, good night.